Right, good morning, ladies and gents, and a warm welcome to everybody, and welcome to this CaseWare Connector webinar, where we're going to be showing you how to use your CaseWare Connector from an auditing and a monthly reporting perspective. My name is Andre. I'm going to be your facilitator slash trainer for the next 4 hours, where we're going to be going through the CaseWare Connector. I am a senior CaseWare working paper trainer at CaseWare Africa Adapt IT. Okay. Cool. So just very quickly, the agenda is going to be as follows. We're going to be going through an introduction of CaseWare Connector, just a quick intro into that, and then also I'll be showing you and assisting you with the installation as well as the setup of CaseWare Connector. We'll then be going through CaseWare Connector from an auditing perspective, just showing you what you can do there from an auditing perspective, as well as Connector from a monthly management report perspective. So those are the items that we'll be covering in the next 4 hours. Okay, so just quickly an introduction into CaseWare Connector. CaseWare Connector is an Excel and Word add-in that connects CaseWare working papers for automation. So if you've imported and mapped, you can actually harness all of that from a Word as well as a CaseWare, from a Microsoft Excel perspective. So you can go and build all your audit working papers. You can also go and do monthly management reports, all of that stuff. So it basically connects your Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word to your CaseWare and anything that you've imported and mapped in there. Okay. Just also from that, the installation CaseWare Connector, like we've mentioned, it's an installation there, but we'll quickly be going through the installation. Now, the installation, you'll basically be getting your software from the CaseWare community, and you'll be downloading that to your machine. Once you've then gone and downloaded the software, you can then continue through the installation part of it, where there'll be a code that will prompt you for that code. That code you can obtain from your sales representative, or it will be on your license statement that you've obtained from your CaseWare community. Okay, so I'll just be quickly showing you the installation process, and then we'll go through the setup process as well. Okay. Then what I've done now is I've actually quickly copied the installation file to my desktop. So I'll just quickly run through the installation process. So you'll double click on the item there from the CaseWare community. If it runs if you've downloaded it, it will automatically start running. You'll then click on modify and install if you've previously installed it, or you'll run through the installation from new by clicking next. It will prompt you for a code, like I've mentioned, and that you'll then just get from your community from the license statement. Then once you've installed it, I would recommend to open up your your Excel. And once you've opened up your Excel, you can then navigate to the add-ins tab. Once you've gone to add-ins, you can then go click and make sure that you see your CaseWare connector. If you don't see the CaseWare connector, it might be that you need to just go check under the disabled items. Where would I find that? If I go click on File, and I navigate to Options, I can then go click on Add-ins on the left-hand side and ensure that you've got all three the connector items there. If you don't see one of them, it could be that they are in the disabled items. So if I go to Manage and I go click on Disabled Items and click on Go, you'll then see it appearing there. You will click on it and then click on Enable, and that will then bring it into your Add-ins tab. If you still don't see all three, you can then also navigate to the COM add-ins. click on Go, and then ensure that both the CaseWare connector and CW Proto connector has been selected. You'll then click on OK, and that'll ensure that that your CaseWare connector is correctly installed and set up. So I'm going to really give you time to just check for me on your side that the installation as well as the setup of your CaseWare connector has been done in Excel. Please raise your hand once you are done with this. Okay, and I can see that you are done, so thank you so much for that. Okay, so now I'll be closing my Excel, and now we're going to be starting with setting up a quick CaseWare file so that we can actually use the data to connect to our Excel. So in this training material, if I quickly open it up, what I've given you is basically the CaseWare Working Papers Introduction to Connector. If I open up that very quickly, you'll see that in there we'll find all of the items that we're going to be covering today. I just quickly scroll down. Okay, so there's all the objectives there. What is CaseWare Connector? Where can I use CaseWare Connector? So everything that we're covering today is in here, as well as at the back. If I just quickly, just the items that I'm looking for is getting started. Okay, so in the getting started, if I go click on that, you'll see that it actually mentions there how to navigate to your Excel and to ensure that your connector has been set up correctly there. Okay, so please just always ensure that the connector is set up correctly. Okay, and then we'll be starting with the CaseWare connector linkage, which we'll be going through as soon as we've set up our file. So for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going and creating a new CaseWare file. So I'll quickly do it on my side. Okay, and I'm going to be choosing, just closing that screen. I'm going to click on New, and the file we're going to be using is Queen Industries. Okay, and it's a PTY Ltd, and we're going to go for a June 2017 year end. My default location, as always, is the C Program Files 86 CaseWare data, and I'm going to be using my IFRS template to do this training. So I'm going to click on Create File. I'm going to say Login. Okay, we all know the SUP or sub as I like to call it, because accountants are cool, right? Okay, so sub, click on OK, and then it will go and create that file. Okay, so I'm going to quickly give you time to do the same thing for me on your side. Go create a file. If you only have the SME template, that should also be fine. Just go and create a new file for me and call it Queen Industries Pty Limited June 2017. Please raise your hand once you complete it. Once the file is done creating, we will now log in to the template the second time, because the first time we logged into the template, now we're logging into the CaseWare file. Okay, that'll then bring me to my engagement properties, and then I'll wait here for you. Once you're done, we will continue. Okay, right, and then you've indicated to me that you are done, so now we can continue. So the year end that we're using for this illustrative purposes will be a June year end, so I'll be going and selecting June the 30th, and if I click on tab or press tab on my keyboard, it will then automatically reset the year begin date to 2016-07-01. Also, monthly and yearly will be selected for our purposes. For monthly management perspective, you can go and select the bi-monthly, quarterly, thirdly, semi-annually, and yearly, and then change the compute by monthly balances as well as quarterly, thirdly, semi-annually to monthly as well. So just to quickly illustrate, you can then go and select monthly, quarterly figures should be bi-monthly, etc. So that's if you want to do bi-monthly reporting, quarterly reporting, etc. For today, we'll only be using monthly and yearly, and then monthly and 12. Also very important, for financial statement purposes, we always recommend that you use monthly and 12. However, when it gets to connector, you might change this to a 1, a 2, a 3, depending on which period you are reporting. Again, we'll be going back to that just now. If I go click on name and address, the operating name is what I'll be using, so I'll be changing that to Queen Industries Pty Limited, and then clicking on OK. Please can I ask you to do the same for me on your side, just by going and populating the engagement properties. Once again, once you're done, please raise your hand. Right, let's continue. Now, I'm going to be closing the Getting Started section on the left-hand side. This is quite nice for any